1, 2, 3 Action. Okay, what is up guys? Farhan here with Zah once again, and today we're with Shafiq. How are you, Shafiq?
Hi, good.
Thank you so much for coming out to do this review with us. This is the Honda Africa Twin. Is there any other name for this? Other than Africa Twin? CRF1000.
CRF1000.
But it's widely known as Africa Twin.
Yeah.
Yeah, and fun fact, the name Africa Twin is actually a homage to the homage to the Paris-Dakar Rally, and its predecessor, the NXR 750, actually won the Paris-Dakar Rally 4 times. So that's why they come up with the successor, which is the Africa Twin
CRF.
CRF lah. So before Shafiq tell us the story about his bike, I'm going to give a bit of background about it. This modern 2016 rendition of the Honda Africa Twin is also known by the designation of CRF1000L. It was seen as a direct response by Honda to rival adventure bikes of BMW, Ducati and Triumph, with a focus of being lighter and more capable off-roads. Historically, the Africa Twin nameplate was used on the XRV 650 and 750, based on the Paris-Dakar Rally winning NXR 750. Shafiq's model is a 2016 manual, a 998cc liquid-cooled 8-valve parallel twin SOHC with fuel injection and a 6-speed constant mash manual transmission. In Singapore, the Honda Africa Twin is a popular adventure tourer and is commonly seen on the streets. Alright guys, so shout out to our sponsor Liqui Moly.
Do check out their online store for awesome motorbike care related products.
Support us by clicking on the link below to view the range of products,
Or use our promo code upon checking out.
I have to say that this is a beast.
Thank
Seeing
you.
it in person, it looks tall and it looks high, and I have to say it's quite intimidating if I were to get on it
Yeah, and then this is the first Africa Twin. We've been asking Africa Twins owners to be on the show, but most of them are very reserved about being here. But Alhamdulillah, thank you Shafiq for coming.
No problem.
And then this is also one of my dream bike.
You got a lot of dream bike,
Not me, he
Okay.
dream bike. I know my dream bike is this one only.
My dream bike is XADV lah. Okay, so Shafiq, why Africa Twin?
Okay, actually, for me, when I want to buy a bike, there's 3 things I look out for. Firstly is the versatile, whether is it versatile. Secondly is its capability of the bike. Thirdly is the most important one for me, which is the comfort. Because bikes, we usually ride long distance, about 30 minutes. So it's good to have a nice and comfortable bike to commute around.
Is this really comfortable? I mean, this is more of an off-roader kind of thing.
Yeah.
But for you, it's comfortable lah.
Yeah, it's comfortable. I think I would say the ergonomics of this bike is such that my leg is not bent. Yeah, so it's straight, and then when I hold the handlebar, my spine is upright. So it's upright posture. So the posture makes it very comfortable to ride.
So how tall are you actually?
I'm 180.
180.
Yeah.
And for yourself, you're really straight. Your back is really straight lah.
Yeah, straight.
And speaking of the height, right? Is this suitable for short riders or not?
Yeah, I think it's okay because there's 2 settings for the seat. So just now Zah tried. So he tried the lower setting. I think it's much better, right?
Yeah.
Slightly better. So mine currently now is a high seat. So I only use the lower setting if I go off-road lah. Yeah. Other than that, I always use the high setting.
So, okay, speaking of setting, how you change actually? Is it on the default button right here?
Oh no, it's a manually. So it's a seat. So the seat has a hook. So you can adjust the hook based on the height you want. I like the new Africa Twin, which is the atas. They got the electronic system where the suspension is hydraulic. You can push up the suspension up and down.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. That's cool.
That's interesting. Okay, so that time when you bought it, how much was it actually?
Okay, can I say a shop or?
Can.
Okay.
But not sponsored lah.
Not sponsored. I bought it from Albert Motors at Bukit Merah. I think they gave me a good deal. They sold me for 17,000. Yeah, that time I traded in with my bike. Yeah, they gave me a good price, so okay. I get it.
Okay, not
How
bad.
many years left?
When I bought it last year, 5 years, 2026. Yeah.
Not too bad lah. What do you think?
Too bad lah. Okay
Yeah,
lah.
For 5
17,000.
years.
For 5 years, 17,000
Yeah.
for class 2A, class 2.
Class 2A
Class 2.
Because nowadays Class 2B also ADV 150 14k mahal lah.
Yeah, true. So previously, what were you riding before this?
Okay, I was riding Super 4 Revo, and then I rode that since when I was NS. Apparently that was my first bike.
Okay.
I don't have a 2B bike, so I went up straight to Class 2A. Then I rode that for about 3 years, going to 4. And then I noticed there's a lot of issues with it because I renewed the COE for the bike, so it's more than 10 years old. So there's issues here and there. So I decided to change a new bike lah. Yeah. So actually, this wasn't my dream bike. So same like Fan, I wanted XADV.
Yes.
Actually, I went to the shop, Albert. So that Albert shop was the first shop that I went, and then he has 4 big bikes lah. So one is XADV, Africa Twin, BMW 1002, and one more is the Tenere. I didn't want to let him know that I want the ADV. So I talked about other bikes first. So first one was the Africa Twin, followed by the BM, Tenere, then the last one about XADV. So when I asked about XADV, he told me, why you want to talk about the XADV? You know, if you like to go touring, off-road, all these 3 bikes are better lah. And if you say if it's value for money, Africa Twin will be the best. But of course, I didn't make the decision there and there lah. So he told me this, sleep on it. So I remember what he said. So I really slept on it. I asked my friends, I read reviews, I watched a lot of YouTube videos, and I even met my friend who owned an Africa Twin at a car park similar like this. So first thing he brought down his bike, and then he said, "Fik, okay, first task for you, bring up the bike. If you can bring up the bike, then you can consider buying the bike."
Okay, wait. Bring down the bike meaning he put it on the floor.
Lie down.
Oh.
So this bike is actually quite heavy, 232 kilos, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, so when he brought down the bike, I was like figuring out how to bring up. So I was thinking on bringing up the traditional way, how we learned during class 2. So I think that failed. So I tried pulling up like the deadlift. So that works, but I see stars. Yeah. So he taught me, okay, this is how you should do it, blah 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 blah. So I managed to bring it up lah. Yeah. So after that, I was his pillion. I sat around, and it's so comfortable. It went up on the humps, and the suspension took it very well. That was the plus point that made me want to buy the Africa Twin.
So the ability to able to go to like rough terrain and all that, swayed your decision to get this.
Yes.
Okay, that's interesting.
How would you, in your own words, describe its performance, its handling, maneuverability in traffic compared to the previous bike that you have owned?
Which is a Super 4 lah.
Okay. Okay. Super 4 is a naked bike, right? So this is an adventure bike, so I can't compare apple to pear, right? But I would say if we were to compare, I think this is much more comfortable. This is me lah. This bike suits me, right? I really love it. So when I ride, it gives me that satisfaction every time I ride it until today. Yeah, so it put a smile on my face from every time I ride.
How is the pickup? Is the pickup responsive? Does it accelerate? Is it explosive?
The throttle response is okay. It's not like once you open straight away, no. It is quite gradual, quite smooth. That is another one. So usually when I'm at the traffic light with all the other bikes, the Malaysian bikes, I will always be the last one. You know, there's nothing for me to show, to prove, because they know Africa Twin of its capability. So I don't have to prove myself. So I just enjoy my ride. So for me, every day I just enjoy my ride. So my workplace is near Jalan Bahar, so there's a lot of potholes and all. So I just enjoy my ride, see a pothole, no problem. I can just go in. Yeah, there's a lot of humps at my workplace, so I can just stand up and just go up and down the hump.
Actually, I can attest to what you have said about the pickup lah. I mean, my NC750 is also not that fast. It's heavy. The acceleration is also gradual. It's not fast, but at the highways, when you want to pick up, right, it's there at a throttle.
Yes. Yeah.
So I think it's similar to this. I mean, given that the NC750 is also an adventure bike, I think that is in its bike's nature lah, to provide that low to mid-range torque when you need it.
Yep.
Okay, how about in traffic? Is it nimble enough to
squeeze in between car? I mean, for my NC, I like scared to go lane splitting. I'm very careful when I'm lane splitting lah.
During traffic conditions, I think it's okay lah. For me, when I just bought this bike, yeah, of course I'm quite scared because I'm still trying to know the bike. But after a while, probably about 2 or 3 days later, it feels normal. The lane splitting is normal. So when I got confident, I put my side panniers, which is the original side panniers. So I put it, yeah, it's no problem. So every week I will always meet traffic jams and all. Of course, I will lane split. I can't just follow behind the car, right? So I will lane split, but obviously I will go slow and make sure that I have ample space for me to go.
So speaking of side panniers, right? Is there a lot of accessories for the Africa Twin? I mean, you yourself put a few accessories on your bike. So.
Okay, this is a second-hand bike. The previous owner actually invested a lot on this bike based on the accessories. So he changed the windshield, the front headlight protector. What else he changed? I think the Scott oiler. The side panels he bought original from Honda, and then this Hecko and Becker box.
Mahal this one.
Yeah.
Then the
crash bar also he did.
Crash bar silver sah. Just
I love
cantik
it,
sah.
bro. I really love it. That's why people want me to wrap my crash bar. I say I don't want.
Not the common. Commonly, we have black. Every crash bar you see will be black.
But this one is a very uncommon color. And I also like the handlebar. It's gold. And let's talk about the wrap, bro. This one, what's up with the wrap, man? Is it under your care or previous owner?
I just did this recently. So as you can see, there's a Singapore flag on the 14, and also at the Africa Twin, there's a Singapore flag. So
okay.
The reason behind it because I did it during the National Day period. So I want to make it unique. I want to make it special. I want to be the only one, only Africa Twin in Singapore to have this. So I went to Try Garage. Shout out to Shibli.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored. Yeah, he gave me a good price. It's a lower hundreds. Lower range of hundreds.
Hundreds.
So it's quite affordable. So if I decided that I want to change, I can just change. Do another one.
I can see it's not a full wrap, right? It's like macam how to say
like a puzzle.
Based on lah.
Based on.
Yeah.
But I'm happy with his product lah. His design and all.
Oh, so he designed it himself?
He designed it, but when he designed, he will ask me, okay, you want what color, what design, what theme. So for this bike, he did it HRC theme, Honda Racing theme.
This is a Honda colours.
Yeah, Honda color. Yeah. Originally, it's a white tricolor, white, blue, red. Yeah.
We can see the original underneath, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I felt that the original one was too common. So I see on the road it's like too common. So I want to be something different. When I am at the expressway on the roads, so people will like just thumbs up, just smile at me. In fact, yesterday there's one small girl. She looked at my bike. I was looking at her. She just giving the smile. It's like okay. Yeah. So it's nice. Nak tumpang
dek.
Let's talk about this Buckbuster. What is that called lah? Handguard. Wow, nice bro. I have to say,
nice
sweet. This one also he do lah.
Yeah, this one also he did. So this is the matte finish lah. My sticker on the bike is a glossy finish. Initially, I was using the original Honda handguards. So when I went to off-road, I fell, it broke. So I need to find something which is more sturdy lah. So this is very sturdy. So if I fall, and all, it didn't break.
I'm just curious. What is this switch for?
Switch. So the switch is for my headlight. So if some people may know that the 2016 and 2018 model is clip mata. So one is a low beam, one is a high beam. So I don't like that. I like my bike symmetrical. So both is low beam. So one good thing about this, one thing that I like about this bike is the eyes look like Angry Bird. So anyone see me from their side mirror, looks cool.
I thought this one is like for the suspension, just want to adjust.
Speaking of that reminds me of the GS. Ugly, the telescopic. I know they're sticking to tradition, but why? It's ugly lah. So let's talk about maintenance and maintenance and issues. So how's maintenance like for the Africa Twin?
Maintenance,
high side,
if you can afford the bike, means you can afford for the maintenance also lah. It makes sense, right? Cannot be you buy the bike and then you say, oh, the maintenance is so expensive, right? Then why you should buy it in the first place? Right? So for me, this bike uses 4.1 liters of engine oil if you change the oil filter. If not, it's 3.9. So I think it's okay lah. Usually I would spend about $100 or slightly more than 100, but it's okay. So I will change, the oil interval is every 5,000 kilometers or 3 months. So whichever comes first, then I will just do it.
I see.
Yeah.
see.
I see. So far, no issues with your bike.
So far, no issues. I can quote from this brother who is experienced in Africa Twin. He said the engine of the Africa Twin is bulletproof. So when he told me that, it gives me the security lah.
It gives you assurance that even if you go over landing in extreme terrain, the engine is still reliable.
Yes.
The power of dreams, guys.
Yeah.
Of course lah. I mean, bro, this one is the won the okay, not this bike lah. I mean the name Africa Twin won the Paris Dakar Rally.
Yeah.
I mean, it just fits the tradition that it should have a very reliable engine, no matter what the train comes.
So when I watch YouTube, there's this guy. His name is Tony Bow, B-O-U. So with the Africa Twin, he can climb the rocks. He can go over the log. And he can do a endo and all. Wow, it's like damn cool. He can do with the Africa Twin. So actually, this bike, its capability is like top notch. I would say whatever BM can do, KTM can do, Africa can do it. The only limitations is just the rider itself.
Scared lah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I noticed you also went for the off-roading course, is it?
Yeah, I went for the off-roading course. Okay, so this one got the story behind it lah. So
Share.
So when I bought this bike, I know my neighbor is an avid off-road rider lah. Shout out to Akin. So I asked him if I can follow him to go for off-road adventure, during the weekend. He said, yeah, sure, why not? So he brought me to meet his kakis, and then we went to somewhere I cannot say lah, to an off-road place lah. So we went in. First time I go inside mud, inside water, go up the hill. It's like quite interesting lah. It's something different than we normally ride on the road. We go touring. So this is a different experience. So when I went for that off-road ride with my friend, my neighbor, so I fell. I didn't have much knowledge. The knowledge I got from him. So I went like 2-3 times, and then I decided, okay, why not I brush up my skill by going to this Route 55 course. So it was conducted by Tommy. Yes, shout out to Tommy. So I went for his course, and then the first thing he did was he asked us to balance the bike. Yeah, so use 2 fingers and balance the bike and go 1 round. That was one of the module lah, but we went through a lot of module, and it was interesting because I learned a lot of things that adventure bikes can do.
Basically, it helps to develop your skills.
Yeah, develop my skills.
Off-road
Correct.
Okay, that's cool.
That's cool. I also Tommy also contacted me lah. He offered me, but then the schedules never aligned. But someday, Tommy, don't worry. Someday
Tapi tak ajak aku. Apa?
Sorry lah, he contacted me lah.
Apalah, sedih lah. Siapalah aku. Okay, anyway, talking about that, okay, let's talk about the fuel consumption. How big is the fuel tank? How far can you go, and how is the consumption like?
The tank itself is 18.8 liters. So for me, my fuel consumption is about 21-22. So that can get me about 390, almost 400. But obviously, I won't stretch until that long, that far. So usually when it reaches 1 bar, then that's where I will go to the petrol station. Every week I will visit the petrol station and just pump. Yeah.
I just noticed, is there any other riding modes that you can change?
Okay, this Africa Twin is the 2016 Gen 1. So it doesn't has the different type of modes like 2018 if I'm not wrong. They got the gravel mode, rain mode, whatever. Yeah, so this is quite basic. It has the ABS and then the traction control. Yeah, it's quite basic, very basic actually. Yeah, unlike the elder brothers.
We have been talking so much positive things about this bike, right? The engine reliability, the ergonomics, the comfort, the technology in it. What are the downsides to this bike?
Actually, not downside. I think it's just the downside lah. To me lah, just one issue. So when I go off road, I will off my ABS, traction control. So if I fall, I have to off and then on back, right? So the setting will be gone.
Default lah.
Yeah, so you go back to default. So I need to off again. And yeah, I mean it will take me about probably another 20 seconds. But I think that is just a minor issue lah. Other than that, this bike is good.
I just like the new design of the current one.
Yes.
Compared to the previous generation, the first generation, the headlights I like. Owl. Macam like owl,
I have to say this one, the design wise is very looks like a scramble-ish kind of design. Very big, very bulky, and really has an off-road appearance to it. It really brings out the pedigree of the Africa Twin. I mean, it's in its name also.
Yeah, actually the old Africa Twin, last time I saw they installed the aftermarket tank. She's very big.
Oh
Then
yeah,
you can,
the safari tank. Right?
Safari tank. Then you can see the petrol inside. It's like translucent. So I said, wow, cool. That one, if you go Johor pump petrol, I think you can top up your car and then you have enough for the bike. Yeah, I think that's very
idea
cool.
good lah. I will do that when the one open.
But the safari tank very big
Yeah, very big, correct.
very big.
Really ah? No need to lens speed lah, relax only lah. Okay lah, so I think in your 1 year of riding this, it definitely served you well.
Yep.
From what you have told us. What's the best memory so far that you had?
The best memory was to go for the Route 55 course. Yeah, that was the best memory lah. So at least I know what my bike is capable of doing. Yeah.
So you fall actually?
During that course, no. But when I went off-road with my neighbor and friends, yeah, I fell a couple of times. Yeah, but it was fun. I didn't like fall, then I don't want to go again.
So after the course, you think you can conquer Rimbarit?
No lah.
They want brutal.
Brutal.
They are brutal, sir.
Yeah, but I really hope, once the borders are open, we can travel freely. I really hope you can bring this out.
Yeah, I
travel. Travel the world.
The world lah. Bring it back to Africa. And Shafiq, who would you recommend? What kind of riders would you recommend the Africa Twin for?
Okay, actually, this Africa Twin, people got this misconception that this bike is only for abangs-abangs and pakcik-pakcik. Actually, I'm not very old. I'm about my 20s. So actually, this bike is for those who are adventurous kind, those who enjoy comfort. The mid-20s people usually prefer speed. Or like vintage. Not much for adventure bikes like this Africa Twin. Yeah, so I would say I never regret lah. If I can upgrade to the bigger version, which is the 1100, I would do it lah. It never fails me. Like every time, it puts a smile on my face. Every time I ride.
Moving forward, would you want to continue? Once the COE expired, do you want to continue this bike, or do you have other bike to look out for? You are looking out.
So if the COE expired, depending on how much the COE is, as you know, the COE now is crazy. Yeah, I will. If the COE is okay, so I will renew the COE, and then I will sell it off, and then I will get the elder brother lah. Which is the 1100, which has more electronics on it. It's more updated. I really love how this bike performs.
Alright, so Shafiq, thank you so much for sharing
so much.
your ride.
Yeah.
This is the Honda Africa Twin, one of the bikes that we've always wanted to review, especially for Zah.
Yes, my
This
dream
is
bike.
your dream bike. So Zah, are you keen to get this bike?
Yes, of
After
course.
all of the bikes that you reviewed,
We have reviewed the KTM
the showroom.
at the showroom. We have seen the GS. We have seen a few other adventure bikes. I still want to stick to this. I don't know why, but I just want to stick to this.
Yeah, Zah's darling right here. And hopefully Zah will get to live his dream. Thank you so much, Shafiq.
No problem. My pleasure.
Power of
My pleasure.
dream.
Any riders want to review us, to get in touch with us on our social media pages below.
Aku lupa aku punya line. Okay, repeat balik. If you currently own a Honda Africa Twin or previously have owned an Africa Twin, do you share your experience? Put in the comment section below. Any comments, feedback, suggestions, like and share this video with your riding kakis, and don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to support us as well as our sponsor Liquimoli. Do check out their online store for a whole range of motorbike care products, and use our promo code upon checking out.
And don't forget to check out our Shopee page for our merch. We're having some merch on sale right now. Do support us. Everything that you buy for our merch will go back to our making videos and supporting of upcoming overland trips lah. And yeah, that's it for the vlog, and we will see you in the next one.
Thank you.